Hey everyone, welcome back to the second official episode of Grass Doesn't Exist. It's your good old pal Daichi with his good old friend.
Shadow. I'm right here.
Yep, right here. This time we remembered to announce it at the beginning and not at the end like weirdos. Like you're talking to strangers. Now you're talking to friends.
Yeah, now you know us, you know.
Yeah, now you know us. And since you know us, you should know that we love skins. Like I've dumped an ungodly amount of money into skins. I admit it. It's a drug.
Yeah.
It's like gambling, except I know what I'm getting.
And let's be honest here, like you switch champions more than the average player, right? You gotta admit that, right?
Oh yeah.
So you would say that you get around like 2 to 3 skins for every champion you switch to.
One.
One.
I get
Just
one skin.
One skin, yeah.
But I will say I'm also very lucky in the fact that like during events I'll get like 3 to 4 grab bags.
That's true.
My luck for the game is ungodly. My luck in life, complete opposite. Zero bitches.
You mean
all the skins, zero bitches.
Skill issue.
Yeah, big skill. Life diff.
Life diff.
No, but with the new patch that just dropped, it got amazing skins.
Yeah, we got the Mythmaker skins.
Yeah, always loved the good old. Would it be improper to say Asian skin line? That might be a little. They're based. The design is very much Asian inspired skin line.
I definitely think a lot of these Lunar New Year's skin lines are very for the Asian community, especially China. They got a very big community.
I was a really big fan of the Lunar Beast. I like the whole cyberpunk bowl. It was really nice.
And I think this is really cool too. And like they're calling it the Mythmaker skins, so I think it definitely feels a bigger genre than simply just New Year's.
Though there's a side note though of just like since it is like a popular skin line, people do get them. No one's really getting this one.
Yeah, I agree.
In the past week since they've been out, I have only seen one skin, and that was the Aurelio, and that's only because we all agree that
it looks good. The splash art's good. Any girl that you give white hair, just extra.
It
spice.
is a big turn on for a lot of people. Like I'm pretty sure it's its own category for certain websites.
Damn, some people are just into grannies, huh?
Well, no. Maybe.
No, but I understand your point. Like, there's Mythmaker Galio, like which you don't see that. Mythmaker Garen, a little bit, but just because it's Garen,
I honestly thought about getting the Galio one. Mm-hmm. Big Galio mid fan myself.
Okay.
Like the style of it, but I didn't really feel like I needed to buy it.
And the splash art to me, he looks like Trundle, don't you think? He looks like a troll. But I don't know.
He does. You don't really see the wings. Like his whole kit's based around his wings. One of his abilities literally just goes wings activate.
Do you know what the funny part is? In the background of the Mythmaker Galio skin, there's
That just tells you how important she is. She's the spotlight. And for the Sivir one, you brought up a great point right before we started this podcast.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You brought up the fact that Mythmaker Sivir and her prestige are basically the same, so why spend money when you could just get the pass and just get the better version?
Yeah, it's around the same price, and there's no point in using the Mythmaker skin and the Prestige Mythmaker skin. You're just gonna want to go with the Prestige.
Why hide the titties when you can just get them for a cheaper discount?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Peg Legs Stripper. You would rather go to that than some fancy place because they'd be pegging.
And as we know, the next skin line that's coming in a few weeks, the Lunar Empress, which is sort of a gold yellowish theme. So, in your opinion, what do you think looks better, the red or the yellow?
Oh, the yellow, hands down. Fresh. The way a skin line will look good is look at the supports. There are so many support players in League that they will go out of their way to make those skins look better for when they're on there. It's like the Mythmaker one, not a single one is a support player.
Yeah, and
they're all ADC, top, mid, and that's it. Not even jungle.
None of them really stand out either. Again, we said the Irelia one, great. Every Irelia player in my game or an enemy team has that skin, Every other champion, don't really see. But yeah, I mean the Thresh skin for the next one, like
looks amazing. The Kha'Zix looks good. Like
yeah,
all of them look good.
And Kha'Zix hasn't had a skin in a while, right? If we
off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, on top of my head, no.
But to be fair, like a lot of those monster like champions don't get a whole lot of love because it's a monster.
Right. Yeah.
It has 0 boobas, 0 pecs, no abs, nothing. It is a bug.
Yeah.
The same people that loved
they deserve love though.
Yeah.
They deserve
love. And they do. They get a lot of love. And
Mm-hmm.
mostly the same people that love them are also the same people that love the bug guy from Naruto. It just so happens to correlate with one another.
Shino. Not too popular, but
yeah, no, and they're fine with it. They're fine being a fan of the bug guy.
Yeah.
And so they're a fan of being fun of the bug guy in League of Legends.
But we got Star Nemesis Fiddlesticks, and I think that was pretty cool.
We did, and goddamn, is that skin clean?
They just gotta keep showing up with these bug skin surprises, you know.
I know, like, oof. I want to see. I think if I had to pick the next bug, solid Cho'Gath skin. Like I love the Dark Star one, but other than that, the rest of the skins are shit.
Okay, so we can both agree that the Irelia skin right now is really good.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like how much would you buy it for?
How much would I think it's a solid $10 skin.
The Irelia skin?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like, because like in-game, splash art wise, it's solid. I'm pretty sure they actually have chromas with them too.
But right now they're selling the Irelia skin for 15.
15 gross.
Because it's a legendary.
Oh.
You don't think it's legendary level?
No. I don't think any of the myth should be legendary.
Okay, I see.
Like, don't get me wrong. Love the white hair. But that's all it has going for it.
I think I kind of agree with you. Like they gave the white hair to add some uniqueness, but
now if we're talking about a skin that Irelia should have legendary, it should definitely be without a doubt her futuristic one.
The project one?
Yes.
That is my favorite Irelia
like if
skin.
imagine that skin.
They give prestige though. They give prestige.
All that is all prestige skins are for the most part is just here. You like shiny things? Here, let me take that base skin and slap some gold or plat on it.
There's no special.
That is all.
There's no special interactions usually. There aren't special.
There's no like they don't really change. Maybe on a few they'll change like the animations.
They don't change the taunts though.
They don't change the taunts or the dances, which I feel like is them just going, ooh, shiny, and that's it. And then people just go, ooh, I want a shiny thing.
And I would honestly, I'd give the Mythmaker Sivir a $10 rating too, if it was alone. But since there's another prestige skin, where Sivir, like, I just don't think I'd give everything else like $5 max. I think. I know they don't sell skins for $5 anymore, but every Garen skin deserves $5 in my opinion.
No, there's one Garen skin, and it's the big lion one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Just because of the dance emote of where
he's holding the lion, just like
yeah. That is fucking adorable.
That's cute.
That's a solid 20.
That's a solid 20, but the rest of the Garen skins, $5.
Yeah. There's way too many. Way too many.
There are.
For such a boring champion.
We need more Lux skins. Like
you shut your mouth. They get a skin like every other line.
Okay.
Like they just do it because people will buy them. Because she's hot. It's great. Like I feel like that's why you see one in like every other skin line because the previous skin line didn't do so well. So they're just like, time to make money. Which e-girl are we choosing today?
You know, now that you mention it, it's actually kind of crazy because when the porcelain Lux skin came out, I was like, oh wow, like they gave Lux another skin, and like a lot of people were complaining about it. But then recently, they added the Emporium.
Yeah, Emporium.
The Emporium Lux skin. I'm just like. Another Lux skin? Like, I'm actually surprised that they added another one.
Yeah, they do like either like a Lux, Kali. What's another big one? Leona. Everyone loves a Dami Mommy. Yeah. She very much is, especially with that Debonair one. Fucking oof. You can step on me any day in that chair. Have you seen the back animation for it?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Love it. I'm a simp for that lady.
But you know what's annoying?
What?
Some of the skins that should be in League of Legends are not. And we're talking about Wild Rift.
I hate Wild Rift. The idea of them trying to basically blackmail you into playing a game you don't want to play.
You don't want to play, yeah, exactly.
Just because you love the champion and want a skin for him. Dumbest thing.
I think it's dumb too.
Like I can understand them trying to like promote Wild Rift and like having like a temporary exclusives. Because like video games have been doing that for years where like it'll be on console or PC first.
This is just annoying at this
for like a year, like a month or even up to like a year. But then it'll eventually like be ported over. I'm pretty sure Riot has stated that all the exclusive skins for Wild Rift will stay on Wild Rift, which is just the dumbest move you could make. Like,
I agree.
You're basically throwing, like, for a company that loves soaking in all of that good hard cash from our deprived wallets, they love to just ignore a pile of money in their face.
And isn't it crazy? Like, I think one of the big hits was like Star Guardian Seraphine, for example. Seraphine is such a good like champion for the
because she covers the e-girls of both support, ADC, and mid. That's three. That's one more than Lux.
But it's never coming to. It's only in Wild Rift. And secondly, the intro, the teaser for the lunar skins, they had Zoe as the main highlight. You know, Zoe riding the bus, pink hair, super cool. She's not in the game. She's only in Wild Rift. Yeah. Like, why do you promote her so much when you're only gonna put her in Wild Rift?
Did they also have an Orianna skin go to Wild Rift for the Star Guardian as well?
I believe so. I'm not completely sure, but I think it's like a blue color.
Yeah, because like she was like in the animation videos that they had for that whole story arc, which I love. The like ever since they did that initially, like last year or the year before, love it.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, like it's so dumb why they just do that. But I think they could make it up. Like if they wanted to like smooth like over a bunch of people instead of having like they're like you can have your go-to money one, but since you're already basically throwing the skin line away every other time where you don't have one of your cash grabs. Yeah. I would just start throwing in random champions that just like don't have a lot of love. Like champions that don't have a lot of skins or just random ones. Like,
or not even that. Maybe add some of the Wild Rift skins to the Mythic Essence shop.
That could
work. Just anything for us to like have the opportunity, you know? Because you know, they're already working so hard making like a new prestige skin that people can use Mythic Essence to buy. But, you know, if you just add some of these water skins that people really want in the actual League of Legends game, hey, you have more options for people. And that means more money. Like, why complain about that?
Yeah, and if one of their excuses are, oh, we're just running out of ideas for skins, you go back on skins multiple times. Look, we've had like multiple projects, multiple Star Guardians. Like, bring some back. Me personally, I want them to bring back the Sand Guardians.
Like,
I think you I love that. Yeah, like love the Sand Guardian skin line, and I want a skin for my good old boy Nocturne. Like, just imagine, like you hit R instead of going Shadow, it turns into like a sandstorm.
Yeah, and I think you can kind of do it even further. Like, you know how the new Pike skin, where you get 5 kills and it all turns like dark or whatever. But like for
the sand, Diana one too.
Yeah. But like for the sand, it just like all becomes like sandy. Oof. You know, like see, there's so much they can build so much on these old ideas. Like, don't throw them away. You know, you can develop them to be even better. They did that for Gothic, right? So why not for the other skins as well?
Yeah, like there has to be one that like's on the top of your mind. Like who would you want? Like what skin line would you want back for a person?
So one thing I think would be really cool is the Culinary Master skin line. I just searched it up. I didn't think it was called Culinary Masters, but it's literally just like it's just the champions are as cooks. You know, like Pantheon's a cook. I think Simber's like a baker or something like that. I love
the Pantheon one because he has the butter on his fucking spear. Yeah. Let me just come over there and butter you up. Give a good old butter slap.
Yeah, and I think a cool champion to get one of those skins would be Shaco. He could be Butcher Shaco.
Good old Butcher?
Butcher Shaco, yeah.
Butcher Shaco.
It's so fitting, you know? He got his knives, you know?
Yeah. And just like any restaurant, you always have employees that just vanish. Yeah. Yeah, like when you want them, they're not there. Yeah. So it works out.
Yeah, because Shaco probably killed them.
Yeah. Ooh, his boxes he could drop like little little dinner plates
or like to-go boxes.
To-go boxes.
Oh yeah. Like like the Chinese takeout boxes.
Yeah.
Just like out of boxes, like a cloud pops
Ooh,
up.
and what if instead of butcher, he was like the delivery man for the culinary restaurant?
It's kind of sus.
And so he's accidentally dropping the to-go boxes. He's like, oops, I dropped a box right there. Too far?
No, that was good. That was a really good Shaco impression. You're showing off your voice acting skills, I see.
Oh yeah, you know me. Good old voice actor Jimmy Bob here.
And what do you think is the most popular skin line right now?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I honestly think it's down to literally just, probably 3.
Okay.
I got 3 that I feel like are high contenders. Mm-hmm. You of course have Star Guardian.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
really hard to fight that one. Like, it's such a long skin line, and then they've added the pajamas, which I hope they do that for the newer ones.
They should, yeah.
Like, I think that would be funny, and they could throw in like another champion, like they did for Urgot. Like, you could make another pajama skin.
No, because the thing was the Urgot skin was like a fan.
Yeah.
Like a fan decision, and they actually listen to the fans
for once. Yeah, it's rare when they do it, but when they do, spot on.
When is KDA Gragas gonna come out, bro?
I want it so bad. I want that sexy beast to just roam.
Listen to the fans, you know?
Listen to the fans. I want a good dad bod skin from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gragas is like the definition of like an average league player, you know?
Yeah. Okay, now here's the question. Now, I've seen some debates. Some people want his beard color to be like either his natural red, white, black. But I think there should be a 4th option tied in there and make it sparkly, kind of like how Ari's tail kind of sparkles.
No shot.
I want a fucking glitter beard on that. Beard? Yeah, I want a glitter beard on that.
Oh my god,
man.
Yeah, and when he throws his his barrel zone, it's just like glitter bomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it explodes.
But instead of like a barrel looking, it's like a speaker.
A speaker. Oh,
yeah. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, we should join the skin design team.
We would make so many people happy.
Yeah, and so many people mad.
We could be like the Oprah Winfrey of skins. If you want a skin for that champ? I'll do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, you don't have to pay me.
We'll just find like the crazy people that really want some certain skin. I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, give us $1 million and we'll make it for you. Mm-hmm. And we'll like put it in league that you gave us the skin design.
Yeah.
Boom. Money.
Easy money. They just refuse.
No, but I agree. I think Star Guardian is probably the most popular skin line. What was the 2 others that you had?
So the 2 others, the Project skin line. Yeah. There's a lot of them. They're futuristic.
They're sick. They also have a good like story behind it. You know what I mean? I like that.
Project Warwick is my favorite. I love it.
They did really well with that.
That one and Renekton. I like Renekton of how you can retract the robot alligator head.
Oh,
and
really?
There's like a human head in there. Yeah, it's really sick.
Wait, there's a human head in the...
Yeah, because it's a robot suit for Renekton. It's really dope.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like it's either for him or another one, but like, yeah, like you hit a button and it like retracts a little bit. You can just see it. It's very off-put. So you're just like, I'm used to Alligator Man. Why the fuck is there a tiny human in my Alligator Man?
And I don't know if it's because I've been playing TFT, but I really like the Project Sejuani skin. I like that one a lot.
It's pretty solid. The animation for it's clean. The sound. I think the sound for me on the project is what sells it the most.
They're satisfying.
Like really just satisfying. Like that, like futuristic pings.
Absolutely.
Just spot on.
And I think the color, especially for Sejuani, just so fitting. You know, they managed to make it like icy look, but like also just fit perfectly with the design.
And then third, I think. Some people might not think about it, but everyone probably owns at least 1 or 2 of these.
Okay.
High Noon.
High Noon. Oh, dude,
High
I
Noon.
did not think of that.
Think about like everyone owns at least 1 or 2 High Noon skins, like especially for like bot lane with like Senna and Lucian, like amazing.
And then Loki did another like skin line for High Noon, right?
Yeah, like Leona got one. Yeah, Twitch got one. Victor.
Yeah, they made Leona like the big mom, like the Bomba boss or something.
Yeah. You got Scion, which was cool.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser got a cool one. His back animation has a legit train show up, which is really dope.
That is sick.
Talon one, meh.
But he got a Prestige, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just like a pretty like solid third. What do you got for your top 3?
No, I got Star Guardian, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I also had Project.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to copy you, but
no,
I actually
like,
had mine. Yeah.
No, like we wanted to know which we thought were the top, and hey, since we both announced them as 1 and 2,
yeah,
they're locked in.
And I think third, Spear Blossom for me, like definitely. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a newer one. I know it's newer, but just when they first came out with the first Spear Blossom skin line, when it was like the same time Yone came out, and they did all of that like dating sim thing on the client.
That was really fun.
That was fun. I think it just had a really big impact, And
though I don't see a whole lot anymore. I see maybe like 1 or 2.
That's true, but I don't see why they wouldn't continue the skin line. They just did the Prestige like Spear Blossom Yi skin. They did a Aphelios.
I would say Aphelios was a pretty solid skin.
No, but they did Aphelios and Sett. They listened to the fans again.
The Sett one, so clean, so
I've
crisp.
actually seen that one a lot. Yeah,
I've seen it a decent amount. Like I personally own that one.
Oh, nice.
Because like let's be honest, god damn.
okay.
Like I said at the beginning of this, I am a simp for skins.
Simp for skins, and that's valid.
Yeah, that's where like. Instead of a retirement home, I got a skin home.
Skin home?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to go to
Wait, I probably shouldn't say skin home. That sounds something that like a serial killer would have. A home where I put all of my skins.
Oh, God. Butcher Shaco?
Butcher Shaco. Uh-huh. This is full wrap
Butcher
around.
Shaker? Okay. But yeah. For the Star Guardian line, if we were to say there was like a new story, I've got a great idea already.
Okay.
Because they got Star Nemesis Fiddle, right? He was like the main bad guy, and Morgana. This time, have Evelyn, Star Nemesis Evelyn.
Ooh.
And do you know what she does?
What?
She tries to seduce the Star Guardians to death. Yep.
Which seduce who?
The good guys to death.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's gonna be like the?
I don't know, bring Ezreal back or something. No,
no. You know, if they're trying to seduce a good guy, and the fans would love, especially just to make smut on.
Okay.
Have her seduce Star Guardian Braum.
Star Guardian Braum.
Yeah, I can already see it. Just
Braum won't even flinch, bro.
But she would try her damnedest. Like, just imagine the fan art too of just this big giant Russian man and the seductress just trying to like in the photo where they put the leg.
Oh yeah.
Like, female walk over, put the leg over your leg, and just kind of like tries to crawl up your body.
Yeah.
And there's Braum just looking over, just going, "There's a citizen in need," kind of like an All Might persona.
The heart is the strongest muscle.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Just does not give a shit about the romance. He's just like, people saving, gotta go. Bye, bitch. And then just like yeets her to the side.
Or it'd be funnier, he's just like oblivious. Like he doesn't even know that it's a Star Nemesis.
Yeah.
He thinks it's like a normal lady. Just like carries her around.
Ooh, what if there's like some other, what if it's like men versus female like Star Guardian thing? Like throw like Nidalee on the evil side.
Star Guardian Nidalee, that'd be cool.
Throw Elise, and then for the men, throw in good old Jace.
Jace, okay.
And Gragas. The 3 sexiest men alive.
Did you just put the 3 sexiest as Jace, Gragas, and Braum?
You're right. I did set dirty. Get rid of Jace. Get the 3 sexiest men.
Gets rid of Jace.
Yeah. No one wants a fuckboy. Get out of here. Give me Sett.
Give me Sett. Okay.
Yeah. Instead of giving me liberty or give me justice, give me Sett and give me abs.
Okay. We good on talking on skins now?
I think so. I think we've covered as much as my horniness can take.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so now we're gonna move along. We're gonna talk about patch 13.1. It's been out for a week and a half now, I believe, right?
A little over a week, yeah.
A little over a week. Gotcha.
And I will say they did some great things and they did some bad things.
Okay, go ahead.
Great things right off the bat. They adjusted Rammus, which I think it needed to be done.
That champ was horrendous.
He was I'm sorry. No jungler should have like above a 53%. Anything above that, nerf him.
Okay.
Maokai is a big one, which they are, I believe, nerfing in the next patch.
Yeah, so I just had to pull it up.
I had to bring this up.
Uh-huh.
So for his Ramesses W, the defense ball curl thing.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate it, but they changed it because it did percentage based, but they changed it to just grant like flat amount, and they changed the name of it. The new stat for it is called OK Math. It just grants flat resistance granted by, and it will be amplified by a small percentage of resists.
Oh, okay, so it's a flat amount. So the damage you take from hitting him is like.
Well, I think it still scales slightly.
Okay. So not as bad. Okay.
But just the fact that they had to change it to OK Math because the math on his previous was just so horrendous that they couldn't figure it out. So they just like, okay, we're changing it. We're naming it something new. What was the biggest problem?
This kind of just explains how lazy the the people.
But it fits Ramesses' personality though.
Yeah. Like, it's funny. It's funny.
OK Math.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when I saw that, I was just like, okay, someone's pulling a funny on me.
Yeah, someone's pulling a funny, but like also explains the league balance team a bit.
It really does. Another big one that they dropped the nerf on, which I have seen less of, is Mundo.
Mundo, yeah.
Yeah, like he's completely gone from the jungle, top, mid.
Yeah, that's true. No, he's gone from jungle. I know he was a pretty big threat in jungle. I still see him like a decent amount in top, but I think that's probably just because I'm in low elo.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can abuse Mundo in low elo.
I think they also nerfed Aatrox, which was needed.
Yeah.
Because I was getting sick of Aatrox mid.
I just want to say Aatrox is out of the top 5 now. He's been in there for so long. They mentioned that in the patch notes. He is gone. But I still think if you're a good Aatrox player, you can land your Qs, you know your combos, you're still going to be able to climb consistently.
Oh, without doubt. And then for buffs, I think the dumbest thing that they could ever done is buff that stupid clown.
No, we haven't been seeing him that much now.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's so annoying. I hate it.
And this could have been the greatest opportunity to release Butcher Shaco.
It could have.
But
swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, yeah.
For the rest, I feel like it was pretty well deserved. I think they just need to rework Yuumi and Zeri. Just because I feel every other patch, I'll see them either getting buffed or nerfed.
I hope these nerfs are. I know they're not out in pro play yet, but since they're not out, we already see a lot of pro teams just picking, not LCS, but the ones that have already started. They're doing Zeri Yuumi like every freaking game.
If not Yuumi, they'll do Lulu.
Yeah, which is like the same thing.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly the same thing, and it's annoying. But hopefully, with these patches, that if they go through in the next coming weeks, then we won't be seeing Zeri Yuumi every freaking game.
Yeah, I think the only other thing from this patch that I've noticed is the fact that with the buff to both Rod of Ages and Seraph's Embrace, like both Kassadin and Rise, like have been steadily getting.
Don't even tell me about it. They were already strong, and they are even broken now because of that.
I feel like if they wanted to tweak those items, probably should have only started with one at a time.
You think so? Yeah. Oh, because they use both.
Yeah, like start with one. Probably do like Seraph's Embrace, because that way you could also do Winter's Approach. Knock out 2 with 1. Just kind of like small tweaks, and then do Rod of Ages.
Yeah.
See,
I think
like
that
see
would
how
have been better.
Yeah.
But I guess it made, because they did both, it made the Rise and Kassadin nerfs to be more urgent. So I guess it's a win-loss here, if you think about it.
And then probably lastly for this patch, 13.1, the biggest change I've seen just in like gameplay throughout is since with the adjustment of Jack shows. I still see it occasionally, but it's not every game.
I don't see it that much. The thing I see that's more used now is Demonic Embrace. You know, a lot of tank champions that have AP scaling are going Demonic Embrace first. It's almost like the new Jack show right now, only for those AP champions.
Yeah, but even then, it's only being abused by one in particular, which is getting the nerf hammer. Hopefully.
Yeah. So I think that leads to our next segment. Who do you think, let's just 3 champions. Who do you think are 3 champions that are just insanely broken right now?
Right now, probably. Ooh, probably Kassadin.
Yep.
Not really Rise, because there's a lot of bad Rise players out there.
That's true. That's
Kassadin,
true.
you just have to wait until you get level 16, and even if you're bad, you're good.
Yeah.
The number one, though, has to be Maokai.
Maokai.
I am sick of having, like, if you don't ban him, like, either you have to play him or have the risk of the enemy team getting him, and then it's from there in a low elo, it's 50-50 whether or not they're good or bad.
Yeah.
But even if they're bad, towards late game, they'll be fine.
I just think he's been, like, still pretty good before 13.1, and because he didn't nerf him in 13.1, people are just still abusing him, and it's like, this is not good for you guys, because if they don't nerf him quicker, then when Maokai gets nerfed and then suddenly comes to a decent spot again, he's gonna almost have like the Samira effect, where Samira is like a little bit buffed and everyone just bans her. I'm just worried that's gonna happen to Maokai too. I don't want that to happen to my little tree giant.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's more on the items and not the champion.
That's true. Demonic Embrace.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they are changing Maokai still.
And then probably third, just because I hate him. I want those buffs from Shaco gone.
Really?
Even though it's not broken.
Statistically, he's not doing like the greatest though.
Okay, if they adjusted it to where he was mostly only AP or AD, I would be fine with the clown. But the fact that he can like flex into either one and both are annoying in their own right. Like AP Shaco, you just gotta watch out for the boxes.
Yeah.
Have an Oracle Lens, you can kind of avoid it, but like still then
no, they're still invincible. You're gonna get caught by. You can also like if Shaco does it right, then if you just place it right onto the champion too, while they're running away, they can get caught by it as well.
Yeah. But I feel like AD Shaco I hate the most.
AD Shaco.
Hate AD Shaco.
With the Halo Blades. Yeah, because he just gets behind you, does extra damage. 1, 2, 3, you're dead.
Yeah. Well, not just that, he also gets Duskblade. And so in a team fight, if he just gets one assist, you'll never fucking see that clown again.
If only they also released a Butcher Shaco skin, I wouldn't be too mad.
No, you mean Delivery Boy Shaco.
Delivery Boy Shaco.
Yeah.
With the to-go boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of agree with you in terms of the three champions. I also said Maokai and Kassadin. A third one that I said is Udyr.
Udyr?
His lethality build is so broken. It just like one-shots all the tanks.
It is. Though the only problem about it is if the enemy team knows what they're doing, they can shut him down pretty early, and then it's hard for him to scale up to that point.
That's true.
The problem is not a lot of, especially in low elo, they don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah. I guess it's just these low elo champions, you know?
Which the majority of the players are like gold and under.
Yeah, so I still think they should give attention to that, and if they did more attention to the low elo players, then I don't think it would be too terrible when it translates to high elo, you know?
Yeah, well, they still try to like. I feel like the way they balance champions is first they'll primarily focus pro.
Yeah.
And then they do like a weird coin flip on which gets priority first, either high elo or low elo. Because sometimes it benefits low and sometimes it benefits high.
Yeah.
So I think that's how they do it. It's like definitely pro, and then who do we want to care about today? It's not really both.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have it that way. You got either one or the other.
You're right though. I think like with these buffs in 13.1, they buffed Jace, Lissandra, Twisted Fate, and Zaya. Those 4 champions are already like pretty prevalent in the pro scene, right? So it kind of shows that they are giving attention. Same for Seri, Yumi, Aatrox, Fiora, Cassante. They're all mostly pro play.
Yeah.
Right? And
Though the Cassante one, he died. I feel like
Yeah.
he's rough.
Yeah, but I think I see your point as to why they're targeting the pro play, because if you think about it, whatever's picked in pro play kind of gets trickled down to high elo and low elo. Because then those elos are like, oh, we know what champs are good when we look at pro play, so they'll pick those champions for the majority.
Unless they're champions that no one likes playing, like during that whole meta last spring where it was Corki and Victor.
Oh my!
I didn't see a whole lot of Corki and Victors because those champions are dumb and no one likes playing them.
I don't know. Corki just like comes in and out, you know? It's weird, and I don't like it. I want mid to be more flexible. I think top will be more flexible with the Aatrox, Fiora, and Cassante bans. Hopefully ADC will be more flexible with the Zerayumi bans. And jungle needs to be fixed. There are some very, very broken junglers right now, and that deserves the most
attention. And there's a lot of junglers that just are dead.
Yeah, they're either, like, right now, they're either first picking or banning Maokai in pro play. As for, like, dead junglers, I agree with you. There's so many options, but at the same time, there's only a few picked.
Mm-hmm. I think for ADC, though, if, like, we want a good flexibility, there just needs to be more. Mm-hmm. Instead of having one ADC champion come out once a year or every other year, mm-hmm. like, they just need to add, like, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like, just a couple, add, like, 1 or 2 more.
ADCs?
Yeah.
Like champions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they do have less ADCs, but the thing I'm worried about is that League tries, you know? They try to add one ADC champion, and it just goes terribly. Look at Samira. And look Nyla. At Zeri. Nyla's like weird, you know what I mean? Nyla's like Samira, kind of like Samira, but like...
I would personally say the last 3 ADCs have been misses.
Yeah.
And the fact, like, I love playing them. Mm-hmm. A lot of their abilities are cool. Mm-hmm. Stat-wise, in the way they, like, balanced them initially, mm-hmm. horrible.
Yeah.
It felt like they were all, like, half-assed.
I agree. Like, a lot, you don't really see that many all-in ADCs that are popular in pro play. The only thing that is closest to all-in would be, like, Zeri, but she just has so many tools to, like, escape, especially with the slow and where she can just travel, like, miles across a wall. Like, she's, like, the closest to all-in.
Yeah.
I'd say that's prevalent at the moment. So what champs do you want to see in pro play?
So I personally, because I'm a big fan.
Okay, go for it.
Nocturne.
Yeah. Okay.
And based on a couple of, like, the charts and stuff and seeing it, good old Piosic has played a couple Nocturne games a couple weeks ago.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And then another one is I am a big fan of Poppy Jungle.
Pop Jungle. Okay.
Like, she has great mobility. She can go in and out of fights.
So haven't we seen a lot of Poppy Jungle before?
I think it was for, like, a couple weeks. Not a lot.
Okay.
Like, not as much as other champions. Like, you will always see, like, Xin Zhao, Jarvan, like, Lee Sin. Like, you will constantly see those. Poppy, in and out.
In and out, yeah. Okay, I understand. Like, and it's also, her playstyle is fun, you know? You're able to play so aggressively early, you know what I mean? And just getting those early leads. And who knows, she might actually be really good with the meta going on right now where whoever ganks bot first wins the game.
Yeah, other than that, I want more Ornn. I love Ornn as a top laner.
I've seen him so many times, though.
I know, it's just a personal favorite of mine. Okay, I love a good Ornn.
Opinions and opinions.
For mid lane, I want to see more. Ooh, mid lane's hard because there's so many good champions.
There are. I would say, sorry if I butt in.
No, go for it.
Other assassins other than Akali. That would be cool.
Facts. Like, right? I want to see, like, Talon, Zed.
Katarina.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Katarina, you know? That would be super cool.
Also, just more engage mids. I love it when I see, like, a Lissandra or Galio. Because you know the whole team's going to be going in.
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, because you just get some epic plays when
you get those amazing team fights. Mm-hmm. Like, what is it in the Boomers versus Zoomers? Mm-hmm. For how dumb it was. Like, there was a lot of scrappy fighting, and I loved it. Concept, still hate, by the way. Still hate it. I wish there was more than just one day's worth of entertainment.
Boomer versus Zoomer. And then, what is it? At least it was, like, Dynasty versus Legacy or whatever.
Yeah, that one was funny, though. They put on a show.
I like the casters. The casters were just cracked.
The LEC casters in whole, I feel like, are more funnier. While all we really got is Captain Flowers and Kobe holding the reins on comedy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of it is just like they're less reserved in Europe. You know what I mean? They wouldn't mind flaming.
They'll let loose a bit. But also, they make amazing music. That music video that just came out recently, God damn, that shit was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I'll listen to like kind of like that punk rock vibe every now and then, but something about them just slaps. Like impressive. 10 out of 10. Would listen again.
And the only thing we get in NA is just like the casters dancing nude.
No, there was for this or that the fight scene.
The fight scene?
Yeah, they did like choreographical fighting. And that was actually it was really good. They actually spent like a couple months on that one.
How do I not know this? Did they post it on YouTube?
Yeah, they posted. It was like they began like the quote unquote the intro of this or that, and then it just extended into a massive fight between them.
Okay, I'll take a look at that later.
It was very comical. Loved to see it, but that was probably the only funny thing.
So that's for me. For who I want to see in the LCS is, you probably hate this answer, but I want to see Samira.
No, I don't hate that answer.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
no,
okay.
like I said, I don't like hate the champions. I just hate how they've been balanced.
Yeah, I mean, right now Samira is actually in a really good spot, right? Not really good, but she's in a decent spot right now in terms of solo queue at least. And it would just be so cool, just like instead of seeing, like I said, all these ADCs are just shooting from the back, right? It'd just be so cool to see just like an ADC all in and just sort of boom, like everyone disappeared.
Okay, so if we're talking about all-ins and ADCs, I would love to see a match Samira versus Nyla.
Samira versus Nyla. Oh
I feel like that would just be the scrappiest, like...
That would be fucking
like,
scary.
I don't know if you would want enchanters on that, or 2 tanks, but whatever it would be so scrappy, it would be so dirty.
Both the ADCs would just kill the whole team, and it'd just be a 1v1. I can see
it would be so great, though.
Yeah.
It would be so worth it.
For sure. Who would win, Samira or Nyla?
I think for that fight, it would highly depend on their support.
Okay. I think alone it could be Nyla, though.
Alone? I don't know. Like, if Samira can get her ult off.
But she can dodge it all.
That's true. But it all depends on how, like, well the fight goes.
That's true. Depends on the player. If double is... No, I'm joking. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. He's still the GOAT. Second champion I want to see in the LCS specifically is Jax. I know that all the Chad top laners in China and Korea, they'll pick Jax, okay? They're confident that they can make those extra leads fighting level 1, level 2. They know how to play confidently. They know how to take control of the lane. But I just want some of that confidence to also be translated to the LCS.
I feel like we'll only see it from 2... pros though.
Okay, go ahead.
Summit and
Armand.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen him play Jax before. Although the last time I saw it was a shit show.
I feel like those two would be the most confident and could back up the skill. Like, I wish...
About tenacity?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot on him.
Okay.
I know he's really good though.
He's good at Irelia. He's really good at Irelia.
But like I probably will never see it really played out of Someday or Impact. They're more weak side.
Yeah, they're
and
more
Jax is not a weak side champion.
He is not a weak side, yeah.
Your jungler will be helping him.
Yeah, one thing that I really hope from the LCS is I just want some teams to be pushing it, pushing that lead. I feel like when I see LCS games mostly, it's just 2 teams, they're just playing. There's not really a game plan that you notice. And then they're just like leveling up, and then at the end of the day, whoever had the stronger scaling champions would win. That's just what I see. But I just want some that more pushing the lead in terms of like aggressive junglers, aggressive top laners. We only see that from like Lucian Nami, and that only works because Lucian like low-key scales when he has Nami with them.
Yeah. But I guess we'll never know for at least another week in the LCS because. For some reason, I couldn't find out why. I didn't put too much time into it because no matter what, by the end of the day, in my opinion, it's dumb that we're starting a week late.
Yeah.
Like...
Why?
The only explanation I could come up with my brain, because they probably have some bullshit excuse, but probably like behind the scenes, the only reason why is because they probably wanted to spend an extra week in Korea because of how bad they got shit on during Worlds.
Okay, wait. Okay, I don't think that's true, even though that is...
like, just
even though,
spitting facts.
Even though, like, God damn, I can't believe you said that. But
it was such a sad showing.
I think they have to do it just in case. Because remember when last year, like, players, like, lose their passports and shit like that? Like, maybe this 1 week extra is just for insurance so that all the teams actually make it for the start of the season.
I can understand that would be their excuse for only having the event only be 1 day.
Okay.
But come on. Also, like, you guys are professional organizations. Yeah. Like, what the hell? Like,
would you be okay with it if we still had like the same amount of games as the other regions? Even though we started a week later, they like our region will still play as much as the other regions.
I don't think, like, as much as I would love it, I don't think it could be possible because of MSI.
Not only that,
because I'm pretty sure a lot of things are getting changed this year because you have the Asian Games, which is the actual name of it, I'm pretty sure, taking place. And then you also have kind of like a mock tournament that they are possibly attempting
this is like the League Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if if League of Legends can be in the Olympics, which would be surreal.
Not only that, I feel like it would actually have like a really big fan base. A lot of people will be supporting it. That it will be a new era in sports for sure.
Yeah, because you would have people that would just be rooting for your country. Never like. I feel like that's also like how a lot of sports get popular. Just like throw it into the Olympics, people will start watching it because they're supporting their country, and they just go, "Oh, I actually enjoy watching this." Like, it could be a great boost. At the same time, I feel like the United States would have it rough. Like, our fan base for any sport is very toxic.
We're good at Olympics, though, so...
We're good at physical sports. We're a very physical... We're a war nation.
Okay.
Like, oof, it'd be rough. Could we pull it off? Possibly.
But I agree. I think it'll be really cool and get a lot of attraction, a lot of viewership. A lot of people will like it. And this kind of correlates with, like, Worlds, for example. Like, when we're watching Worlds, we don't really support a country until we only got like one last NA team left, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's just like, you're the only...
Yeah, then we forget about the team name. We're just like, go NA, you know? Yeah. But to have that from the start, that could honestly just bring the hype up from the beginning.
Yeah, it has the possibility, and I hope it works out.
Yeah. Because
all I ever want by the end of the day is just more people watching it. I just want more people. The more fans we get into League of Legends, Pro Play, the LCS, all of that, the bigger it will stay. I want it to last for a while.
Holy, now that you say that, I kind of got a new idea as to why LCS doesn't have as much viewership. Let's look at Korea, for example. Korea, they got players that are still playing, like Faker, right?
Yeah.
And they've also got like crazy mechanical players. Same goes for LPL. They got old players that are still playing and are really good, right? They're just a good region, so obviously they also get a lot of watch time. But let's look at LEC, for example. Compared to the US, LEC don't really import a lot of people from NA. They have a good amount of EU talent, you know? We got Caps, we got Reckless, we got a lot of notable laners from each lane. And I think because they've been in the scene for a long time, the viewership retains and also increases. Now let's look at NA. We've got a lot of teams that are just constantly changing it up. They're constantly importing new talent from different countries over and over. We never see the same. Like, fans, they don't get a chance to bond with players.
I feel like it also has to deal with just, like, the United States mindset. Like, for all of your, like, LPL, LCK, LEC, a lot of them have well-developed esports just organizations and foundations.
That's
like,
true.
They don't have a whole lot of, like, national sports. Probably the only big one is football for them.
Yeah, and especially in those Asian countries, they do give a lot of support to the league scene.
Yeah, it's like, especially like South Korea, for example. Like,
yeah, have you seen their final music, like their final like teaser and stuff like that?
Yeah,
where,
like they dump a lot of money
like
into it.
Faker in a suit coming out of like a freaking limo and shit like that. Like, that's sick.
But at the same time, though, like, other than like your esports teams, the only other thing they have for them is like their soccer players. Like, for like big names. But for the United States, we are very much like born and like driven on the idea of physical sports. Like think back, like you got baseball, American football, soccer, and then just like the introduction of other sports like rugby, volleyball. Like you have all like most of our sports, boxing, MMA, like very physical.
Yeah.
And then for like esports, it was just kind of like, oh, you don't want to do that. That's weak. Going like just like mindset wise. And so I feel like once esports did get popular and the United States did want a piece of that pie, all they really knew on like how to structure things was from like physical sport franchise style. Yeah. Like it wasn't really much like its own thing.
Yeah,
like
so instead of like developing new talent, they just try to bring in old talent.
Either old talent or like these quote unquote super teams. Because you see it a lot in like the NBA where they're like, we'll try to get like 3 or 4 like star players.
Yeah.
And like it'll hype everyone up. Like we'll get all the fans of that player.
The only reason why it works in NBA is because they all are from the US.
Yeah, well, not just that though. It's more physical.
Like, yeah, and it's more physical. You're right.
Like they do the like, your job is to shoot 3 points. You will shoot 3 points. Esports, everything changes because it's not based on the players, it's based on the game. The game will change.
We don't have patch notes for basketball, but we get patch notes every 2 weeks in League.
Yeah, and not just for like League, other shooters as well, like your CS:GO, Call of Duty, all of those. Like those are always changing.
So that's why I think like LCS viewership, it's not the worst right now, but it's only good when, like I said, there's those players that have been in the scene. Like Bjergsen. Yeah. Bjergsen Double Lift. If 100 Thieves are playing against a team, they're going to watch it. If 100 Thieves are playing against a team that's also kind of notable, like Cloud9, Team Liquid, they're got decent viewership. We have to admit that. But if it's going to be like any of the other teams that have like just a bunch of academy players that don't even like aren't even known until they come into the actual, main stage, they're like, why would people even want to watch them? Why even want to support that team? When you weren't even given a chance to bond with them in a way.
Now, based on that, I did just have a thought just now of for some of your teams like Team Liquid and FlyQuest that went for more quote unquote Asian theme. Yeah. Even though like some of them are like still NA homegrown. Would they get more viewership because of that, or would they get more viewership for like people watching to see them fail or lose, or would those games get less because some people would just assume that they would already win?
I think they'll stay in the middle.
A solid middle ground.
I think they'll stay in the middle just because we can kind of guarantee in the back of our heads that they're not going to be the worst teams. Like, if it's going to be, like, for example, let's say when, like, Golden Guardians versus IMT. Yeah. People aren't really going to watch, right? But, like, FlyQuest, they are expected to do decent well, and they got some new talent. So people are going to still be expecting a show, but it's not going to be as a bigger impact. It's not going to be a bigger impact compared to 100 Thieves because they've got Double Lift. They got Bjergsen, They got the big shots that people have known in the scene for a long time.
Speaking of 100 Thieves, I just recently watched that Eyes on Me thing, and they right off the bat they talked about Busio a little bit and had like Busio talk about himself. So Busio got into League because of his dad. Him and his dad went to season 3 Worlds. Way back then, like he was little.
Oh my god.
And so he's been wanting to be like a pro ever since then.
That's amazing.
Like think about that for a hot second. Like when I heard him say that, I was just like, damn.
They're kind of trying to like make Busio like the new JoJo from last season, or how JoJo was so popular as like the new rookie. But now they're like putting some light on Busio as the new rookie right now.
Yeah, well, like they still had like JoJo as well.
Yeah, of course.
And they highlighted, like, I felt like this is how I knew it was like made and produced by the LCS, is because all JoJo's segment is they briefly talked about him and his playing style and getting better, but the whole premise and where it was filmed was in a shoe shop so that he could get rid of his Crocs and wear a normal pair of shoes.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, are you really? This is what you want to focus on? The fact that the man wears Crocs.
Bro, let him wear his Crocs.
I think that was the dumbest fine I ever heard.
Because, like, I don't know. Him wearing Crocs hasn't really stood up to me, you know? It hasn't stood out the most, so why make that the concept?
Yeah, why? Like, I can understand not wearing flip flops and stuff like that, but Crocs are fine. They're technically like a semi-closed shoe.
Like the league LCS has run out of ideas.
I don't like. That was so dumb. I was so triggered by that.
But I don't like. They ignored Tenacity though. I know Big Boy Tenacity. I feel like he's gonna pop off, so I'm excited to see that. I'm just a Tenacity fan.
You're a Tenacity fan. I'm now a Busio fan because of the little video on him.
I'm a Tenacity fan because he's hot.
Yeah, you probably just want to like mimic his outfit and dress.
Not his. I want to mimic his build, bro.
You wanted his drip?
No, his gym routine. I wanna. That guy's ripped, brother. Like he's the only one that looks good in the new 100 Thieves jerseys.
Did they finally get rid of the collars?
Dude, it's literally like right in the middle. It just says 100 Thieves. Not even a good spot. Just like a big ass 100 Thieves in the middle.
But do they still have the collars though?
Yeah.
I still hated them. That's not a jersey. You're just trying to be...
They got Juvie on one of their shoulders.
I hate that so much. But it's fitting for Double Lift and Bjergsen because the only people that I see wearing polos in my brain are retired people.
I think the opposite. I think it's more fitting to the new players because they're almost like students, you know? That kind of school uniform.
Oh, gross. I don't want to think that.
Yeah, I'm thinking school uniform when I see that. And then seeing like Double Lift and Bjergsen wear the school uniforms, I'm like, hey, haven't you guys graduated already?
with photos with them next to Busio and Tenacity. You guys get held back or something?
Super senior?
Yeah, we're like 5-year senior here.
No.
Got held back a little bit.
Got held back a little bit.
Oof, that's rough.
Oh, and I know we're saying some like cool thing about the LCS players, but I am still annoyed like that LCS does not have best of 3.
Yeah, I feel like we should.
We should, like, if LEC does it, like, come on, at least feel a little bit competitive and follow the same thing. Like...
Yeah, we hate the Europeans.
LEC, they also got Champions Queue.
Yeah, and there's this going off way better than ours.
Yeah.
It's rough.
What can we do with our side? Like, instead of Champions, can we make a super server? Like, can we do that? Like what China does? Because they're doing great with that.
I feel like we just don't have enough like high-level player base.
Just
do
invite
that.
A shoot ton of people. That, like...
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I want to get rid of the explicit label, okay?
I like it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right with my life. I'm explicitly awesome.
I want to get that explicit label out of our podcast. I already said fuck once. That was twice.
We're explicit now. I did it. Mission accomplished. It's now time for sexy explicit content.
Dude, I want to stay like... I want to get out explicit, but you just kept talking about abs and boobas when we're on the skin topic.
Yeah, that's because that's why we buy the skins. But I feel like you just need more players for the LCS.
Mm-hmm.
Boost them up somehow. If possible, give everyone like a free trainer.
Mm-hmm. And I think the reason why like the academy scene especially is like not very popular is because I think, like I said before, everyone's getting swapped around and there is no one knows the academy players.
Yeah, they just kind of like ignore them.
Right? The only person that I do know is General Sniper. You know him too, right?
Yeah.
The crazy Riven Prodigy. The guy, he also streams too and now he's in a team. And because of that, I'm assuming 100 Thieves Academy, they obviously get more attention compared to the rest. I'm just thinking like, why can they get some more people like that into the academy scene? Because that would be lit, you know what I mean?
I think it just goes back to that whole, like, where the United States is still stuck on that sport, like, physical sports mentality.
Yeah, but we saw Valorant be able to do it. Like, in the most recent LCQ, I think it's called.
Well, to be fair, Americans do love their guns.
But they had just like a bunch of streamers just like fooling around. Like it wasn't there was like multiple teams, just a bunch of like top streamers making a team and just playing, and that got a lot of attention. Like
it did. Honestly, I feel like the Valorant team just is way better than the League team. In all ways, the balancing,
oh, you might get some hate for saying that, but
well, not just like the balancing, but like I feel like they try to put in a lot more effort. It might just be because there's not a lot to adjust, and so they focus on other things.
That's true.
I feel like like, come on.
How did you feel like? Because obviously Valorant, they got better tournament schedules. They're more out there in terms of news. They got great cinematics. So how did you feel when you were knowing that, and then you saw the League intro cinematic?
I was a little upset, not gonna lie. But like from them, I guess it kind of makes sense because Valorant has gotten a lot popular, especially with streamers, and so just the pro play itself got popular. I think swapping to Thursday, Friday is fine. They did adjust the time, so it's later now in the day.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Would I prefer it differently? Yeah, but you have the I feel like it's also a good thing because there's not normally a lot of like pro content on those days, because on the weekends before, you would have Valorant, LCS, LEC, LCK, LPL, like everything was in like a 3-day span. And if they want more viewerships for just everything in general, you gotta spread it out. Like you can't have everything be on the weekday.
Yeah. And luckily, because they pushed it 2 more hours, the majority of the states are going to be able to watch the LCS between 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And we know that the majority of the LCS viewers are 18 plus, some are in their mid-20s. Their schedules are definitely going to be more flexible in comparison to like average high school schedule, right? So this definitely does make it a little bit better. But it still could have been better if we could have had them on weekends.
Yeah. But if they're trying to gain it, I guess it's fine.
Yeah. But I think let's be honest, like I think the best thing we got I'm backtracking a little bit, from the terrible cinematic we got was that it made League of Legends confess. Yeah. And I swear, like I'm on Twitter and
but it wasn't that good of a confession.
I know that, but like I'm on Twitter now and like they're communicating a lot. Like they're saying they already talked about how they're gonna be a little late on the REVGU and stuff like that, and like
big shocker.
Big shocker, but they're being honest at least, like at least we know beforehand.
No, they're not being honest. What they're doing, in my opinion, is that they're just trying to like distinguish, like take the fires out. Because right now they have like a bonfire, not small fire, a bonfire underneath their ass, and they are just trying to like extinguish it, get rid of it, just so that like all the heat isn't just on them.
And guess what's gonna get rid of it the fastest?
What?
Arcane Season 2.
Probably.
Yeah. It's like if you're
how dumb that like problem solving is, it's probably true.
Well, all the shit I've done, just release Arcane Season 2 and you'll be forgiven.
Honestly, you know what I would be forgiven with?
Why?
Just add team voice chat. Like they have like that weird shitty thing.
Yeah.
Just add it fully.
No, I swear I try to do the on my way ping, right? But because the space is so tiny, I keep pinging like minion, like push minion.
Yeah,
I keep making that mistake. It's like
there's too much shit on the spinning wheel now.
Yeah, and I only use like 2 of them. Like I don't care. I'm still gonna question ping my champion, like my player, if they do.
Oh, you don't want to do the new hang yourself? Good old play hangman in the top lane.
Whoa there. Old habits die hard.
Yeah. They didn't think that one through, the shape for bait. They could have done like a fish. No, we're doing a hook.
We're doing a hook.
Hook with a rope on it. No question. Like, do they not have like anyone that is meme related, or like I feel like if Riot wanted to fix a bunch of stuff, you know what they should do?
What?
Just find some of the most toxic people on there, and whatever they want or say is good, do the opposite.
Or do you think they can have like a voice detection system? For example, if league hears that you like says a bad word, just immediately they'll get like muted.
Possibly. I know Overwatch has something similar to that.
That would be sick, don't you think?
But even then, just look at Valorant. You just mute someone if someone's being annoying.
That's true.
Same thing with text. For both of the games, you just, someone's typing something racist. I don't want to see that. Mute.
Yeah, I mean, I mute them anyways. Like, now they have the auto mute, right? Which is great, but I've been muting, like, easily. And we all know that mute all can win you games.
It really can.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how well the next patch goes. See the start of the new season, which we will primarily be discussing on our next episode, just because it'll be the fresh new start. And for those few with us and that watched our first episode, I do appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And especially a shout out to the people that watched us all the way in Brussels, Belgium, and
Let's
Italy.
Go.
I can't pronounce the Italian city, and I do apologize. I don't want to. I feel like if I say it, I just might insult someone on accident.
We love the LEC.
Yeah. And for all of those that just tune in to us at random, I hope you enjoy, continue to watch us grow in the struggles of us trying to talk like decent human beings.
Yeah, which is not possible. But
I will attempt to put in an effort.
Okay.
Eventually.
But until then, we're still gonna be explicit.
And yeah, for now, we'll keep doing that. And hope you guys have a great day. I hope this podcast made your day brighter. I hope that you have a great rest of the day.
And just so you know,
grass doesn't exist.